Hello and welcome back to The Offensive Line. Today we have another episode on our series on Christian cliches. Now the one today actually has some truth to it, and we'll be talking about what is true, but we'll also be talking about how it can be kind of dangerous, especially in the way it's most often used today. The saying today is, "You are so loved."
This saying was another one suggested to us by you, our viewers. And when we started to do some research into it, we immediately thought of John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish but have eternal life. God so loved. Just like the saying is, you are so loved.
So there is truth to this verse, because who is the world? It's all those who live within the world, right? We're all so loved. The so describes the extent of God's love for us, and that love was demonstrated by God's sacrificing of his Son for us, so that we would not perish but have eternal life, just like the verse says.
But that's not what most people mean when they use this phrase. Listen to these words we found when doing a little research. You are loved. Those three little words hold so much meaning. They give you life, they give you happiness, they make you feel worthy, they can even put a smile on your face after a day filled with trials and hardships.
You see, the way this phrase is used is to make people feel a sense of worth. If they're feeling depressed or worthless, all they need is to know that they are so loved, and then they'll feel uplifted. John 3:16 is about the fact that God the Father demonstrated his great love for us by sending his Son to die for us. But the way most people use this saying is for the purposes of self-worth and self-esteem and happiness.
But those feelings are really only temporary because they depend on people's moods. They depend on people's emotions, which can change at any given moment for any given reason. We talked about this in one of our previous videos that was on the Christian cliche, God just wants me to be happy. But let's keep looking at the article we referenced beforehand.
The very next sentence is, everyone deserves to know that they are loved in the utmost way. Continuing on, when you genuinely love someone, that love should be shown as much as possible because, believe it or not, love needs to be talked about to be believed. Actions may be louder than words, but words are just as important when it comes to making someone believe they are worthy of love. I hope you guys had alarm bells go off in your head after you listened to that first sentence. Do you remember a video on I'm doing better than I deserve?
If you remember, we actually talked about how this one popular Christian saying is one we endorse. Because what is the only thing that we deserve? The only thing we deserve is hell. You know how people complain that God is not fair? They don't know what they're asking for. Because for God to be fair, it would mean that we would all be going to hell. Because that's what we deserve for our sin, our disobedience to God. We broke his law, and what happens to lawbreakers? They get punished for their crimes.
But there's another phrase in here that points to a really dangerous way of thinking. And this one is the main reason the phrase, you are so loved, is so dangerous. It comes at the end of the paragraph, and it's worthy of love. God sees us as worthy since he sent his Son to die for us. We are worthy, but at the same time, we are completely unworthy. Jesus says in Luke 17:10, so you too, when you do all the things which are commanded you, say, we are unworthy slaves. We have done only that which we ought to have done.
This is one of the great paradoxes of the Bible, our simultaneous worth and unworthiness. This is exactly what David notes in Psalm 8, verses 4-5. What is man that you take thought of him, and the son of man that you care for him? Yet you have made him a little lower than God, and you crown him with glory and majesty. While it would be easy to sympathize with one over the other, in order to have a proper understanding of who we are, we need to affirm that both as equally true.
We don't have enough time to talk about what else is wrong about the article we looked at, but hopefully that gave you some helpful things. Hopefully you noticed those as soon as you read it. Again, our channel is for the purpose of building your discernment and not to just give you guys all the answers.
That's right. That's always been our goal, hasn't it? In the first season, we tried to build up your defenses. This season was all about building up your critical thinking. And next season, we're focusing on offense. What is that exactly? Keep watching our videos if you want to find out. You can subscribe to our channel if you want to be notified when it comes out.
Let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Make sure to share this video with your friends and family and whoever else you think would benefit from this. We are The Offensive Line, and we're uncomplicating the complicated. We'll see you next week. I feel it.
I feel